Yeah. So Steve and Alan told me not to cry, so I'll do my best for this round. So all my life, I've been told I look rather young for my age. I once went to the store with my mom to buy some shoes. She mentioned to the clerk that I was starting up a new school in the fall, and the clerk said, "Oh, are you starting up middle school?" And I said, "No." Despite looking like a sixth grader, evidently, I was starting college that fall. Another time, I went to the doctor's office, and they wanted to take my blood pressure, but they said they couldn't because they thought I was an unaccompanied minor. This happened last year when I was 27 years old, for reference, for any of you who thought I was perhaps an unaccompanied minor. So I have many, many stories like this throughout my life, and because of this, whenever Michael and I introduce ourselves as brothers to someone new, I know without a doubt that that person is thinking, that tall guy over there must be the older brother, despite me being 3 years Michael's senior. So despite not looking like an older brother, I've done my best to act like one. So when Michael and I played video games like Super Smash Brothers and Mario Kart back in the day, I did my absolute best to absolutely crush Michael without mercy, just like any good older sibling should do. And Michael has told me that I've been an inspiration to him at various points in his life, and this makes sense. I'm intelligent, charming, witty, humble. Not to mention my bubbly personality. But what Michael may not know is that in many ways he's inspired me as well. So back in middle school, I was still taking baths. I didn't see the need to transition to showers. And the only reason I switched, and possibly the only reason I would have ever switched, is because Michael, still in elementary school, started taking showers. And I couldn't have my little brother being more adult than I was. Another time, Michael, myself, and Dad all forgot Mom's birthday. In our defense, the three of us have our birthdays in the same week of August, so it's all very easy to remember. So if Mom really wanted us to remember her birthday, she should have had herself born in that same week of August. Instead of some random date like July 3rd. 20th? 20th, I've been told. Anyway, so we all forgot Mom's birthday, and the other important part of this story is that at the same time, Michael and I were feverishly collecting these Neopet plushie toys from McDonald's. So Michael, being the absolute sweetheart that he is, sees Mom being all sad and goes up to her and says, "Mom, I'm sorry we forgot your birthday. As an apology, you can have any of my Neopet plushies as a birthday gift." And once again, I was deeply moved by Michael's actions. So I went up to Mom and said, "Mom, sorry I forgot your birthday. For your birthday gift, you can have any one of my Neopet plushies, as long as it's one that I have two of." I wasn't going to let her take one of my rare griffins or whatever. And I think from this story alone, you can go on to predict, between the two of us, which of us would go on to study social entrepreneurship at college, and which of us would study math. But I have many stories like this. So, for example, Michael was the first of us to start wearing boxers. For similar reasons, I also started wearing them soon afterwards. Michael was the first of us to play the Monster Hunter video game franchise. Soon after, I started as well, picking the same weapon, the light bow gun, as my weapon of choice. Tomorrow, Michael will be the first of us to get married. Jury's still out on whether or not I'll be following in his footsteps. But yeah, just a few words about the bride-to-be, Leda, as well. So I've only had the chance to meet her 2 times now because of that thing that made it hard to travel in recent years. And the first time I met Leda, she seemed like a fine, nice girl, but I didn't get to interact too much with her. The second time we met in Hawaii, she mentioned that she liked this one anime that was one of my favorites. And it was at that point that I knew Michael had chosen a good life partner. And I could keep going. My family knows just how much I love to talk. But I'll just close with a few words. So, Michael, we've been on many adventures together, Japan, Malaysia, Hawaii. You're about to take part in a whole new adventure, and I'm happy to be with you all the way there. So, cheers, everyone.